Hi, this is Old Dude here, and I want to share with you today some basic exercises that I do individually that help me to develop my liquid. It's very important to work basics, of course, and when I first started, I tried to do like routines that I saw, online and just kind of crashed and burned with that, and then remembered that, as a martial artist, what I used to do was just repeat a movement over and over again, and just kind of chain it together. So I'm just going to share with you a few exercises that I do. This is one exercise. I kind of keep the hands, I call this hand washing, because I noticed when I was washing my hands one day, I started doing this as the soap is sliding along my hands. I know I didn't make this up, so it's just what I call it. Just doing like this, and then going here, and then going here. Variation of that was coming here and going around, and coming here and going around, and coming here and going around, here, around, here, around. And I noticed when I started doing it fast, it began to look like something else, something kind of really kooky and freaky. And then when I started like spreading my fingers out a little bit, it really started looking, I call it like sloppy digits. I don't really know how to do digits. My fingers are too stiff and it does cause too much pain. So this is one exercise that I do, repeatedly, called hand washing. Another basic is, I call it the Goldfish Exercise. I don't know what it's traditionally called in liquid, but, it always reminded me of two goldfish, in a bowl, going back and forth, going back and forth, going back and forth, And all it is this motion, this basic motion here, only horizontally. And, so I would go back and forth this way, then I would go forward in a circle and come back, and then forward and back, and against my body like this. Just real slow, real slow, real slow, real slow. Just taking my time. Just taking my time. Okay? So that's another basic exercise, that I just repeat over and over and over again. Another favorite is pretending there's a long pencil on the end that juts out of my elbow and just drawing circles, with it. Letting the arm relax, just drawing those circles. This way I get this kind of swimming kind of effect, like there's a large, I guess it's fishtail effect, and all I'm doing is just concentrating on the elbow, I guess, in Tai Chi they call it loving the movement, it just goes down and you just follow it down. Then the elbow comes up and you follow it up. And you just let the arm do what it does, and it creates this nice liquid effect, especially when you extend your arms and make them go down. It doesn't seem like I'm, emphasizing the elbows, but I really am. When you go forward, it looks like you're swimming forward, swimming back, going out to the side here. And all of it comes just, from, doing that motion. Another one I do is, the weeds blowing in the wind. And all I'm making is an S. See, if I was ticking it, it would look like that, which is, kind of cool. Just like that. And just kind of moving it throughout this space here. So that's another exercise I do. Another foundational exercise I do, of course, is, this, I call it the pyramid exercise, just making that point. This just really, you can't get away from this because this is just basic to the style, but what I do with this, I come here, and I'll do a 4 over here, and 4 over here, and just really emphasizing that scoop. Finally, another exercise that I do is one I got from Tiny Love. It's just one of his videos doing the figure 8, the flowers. Now, at first this was very difficult for some reason for me to get. I couldn't, I guess maybe he was doing it too fast. Maybe I wasn't looking at it right. But what really helped me to get this is I made I separated my hands and just pointed my fingers and drew a figure eight in the air. Okay, and once I got comfortable doing this, I just brought it together so I could still see the figure eight, and then I just brought my wrist together. Of course, you have to do it the reverse way, and that's basically what I did, to get my, liquid going. Another exercise I do is just to circulate, exercise going back and forth, this way. Now, this is basic, I know, to some of you. Well, maybe to all of you. But I just wanted to share with you, what I do, to, get my liquid going. I'm not at the point where I can make routines yet. I'm not, that comfortable, with it. But I do know the value of repetition, and basics, just doing a movement over and over and over again till you get it in your mind. And then when the music comes on and you're dancing, stuff just kind of comes out like water. Well, it is liquids. I guess it's supposed to come out like water. So I hope, that this tutorial, was of interest to you. If it was, subscribe, like it, comment on it. Thank you for tuning in and looking at it. This is Old Dude, and I'll be back, with more stuff.